Starting at the foot of your mat, raising your arms up to the sky, bringing your hands down to your sides, breathing in, raising your arms up to the sky, bring your hands together and back down to heart center. One more time, raising your arms up, and this time we'll bend from the waist, fingertips to the feet or the floor or the mat or your legs. Walking out your legs if you'd like. Bring your hands to your shins and sliding them back down to the mat, and then slowly raising up to a standing position, raising your arms up towards the sky, prayer position to your chest. Then your fingertips to the floor once again, and we'll walk our hands out into a plank position, allowing us to arrive in our practice, breathing, and then we'll push back into downward dog, walking out the dog, raising your hips to the sky, feeling a nice back stretch all the way from your neck down to the backs of your feet, and then slowly, gently come to the floor, to the mat. Placing your hands under your shoulders, we'll try lifting into a nice back bend. And as you're ready, you can push away from the mat. And then full cobra if that's available to you today. Neck is nice and long. Legs are zipped together. And then exhale down to the mat. Push up onto hands and knees and get yourself ready for cat-cow. Bringing your chin to chest, raising your back to the ceiling, and then coming into cow, lifting your chin and your gaze up forward, opening your chest, moving with your breath. Inhale. Chest open, exhale, chin to chest, really feeling the ripple all the way up from the base of your spine to your neck, moving with your breath. And if it's available to you today, you can thread your right arm underneath your left shoulder just to get a nice shoulder stretch, and then do the other side, threading that the left under the right. Tucking your toes under, coming back into a downward dog, raising your hips to the ceiling, and walking your hands back to the foot of your mat, allowing yourself to hang. And slowly come up to standing. Raising your arms, bringing your hands together towards your chest to heart center, and then swan dive back down, fingertips to the floor. Hanging once again. We'll walk our hands back out to plank, and then bring your knees to the mat, untucking your toes, stepping your right foot forward, and allowing yourself to have a deep bend in the right knee as you feel a stretch in your left hip. And if it's available, you can bring your hands to your knee. And if it's available, if you want to go further, raising your hands to the sky, getting a deeper stretch. And then pushing your hips back towards the back of your mat, raising your right toes to the ceiling, to the sky, getting a hamstring stretch. And then we'll switch sides, stepping the left foot forward, sinking your right hip to the mat, keeping your hips square to the front of your mat. And then, if it's available to you, you can place your hands on your knee. And then further deeper stretch would be raising your arms to the sky. Placing your fingertips on the floor, and we will come back into a downward dog. We'll step our feet forward to the top of our mat, allowing ourselves to hang, and then slowly lift up to standing. Raising our arms to the sky, heart center. Stepping our right foot back into a nice deep lunge. Back leg is straight, front leg is deeply bent. Keeping your hands on your hips at first, checking your alignment, tucking your tail. When you're ready, raise your hands to the sky. And then lowering your arms, stepping to the top of your mat. We'll step back with your left foot into a deep stance. Back leg is straight, front leg is deeply bent, hands on your hips, and if it's available, raising your arms to the sky. Checking your alignment, tucking the tail, belly button towards the base, so the back of your spine. And lowering your hands, stepping to the top of your mat, shaking it out a bit. And we'll step our right foot back into a wide stance again. And this time we'll swivel your foot down flat to the mat, bringing your arms parallel to the floor, sinking that left knee deeply bent. Gaze to the front of your mat, to your left middle finger. Placing your elbow on your knee, swinging that right arm in front of you, coming into a nice diagonal all the way from your fingertips, all the way to the back foot, to the outside of your back foot, getting a nice stretch there. Sliding your right hand down to the right back leg, lifting your left fingertips to the ceiling, gazing at your hand, and then stepping to the top of your mat. Left foot back, swiveling to the mat, flat on the mat. Right leg is deeply bent, raising your arms parallel to the floor. Gaze to the front hand. And then resting your right elbow on your right knee, swinging your left arm around, down and up, making that nice diagonal straight line from your fingertips to the back foot. And then sliding your left fingertips down your left back leg and gaze at your front hand up towards the sky. And then step to the front of your mat, shaking it out if you'd like. And from here, we'll come down to our mat, laying down. Feet behind your hips in a bent position. Windshield wipe your knees if you'd like. And then raising your hips to the sky, bringing your hands under your back and clasping if that's available to you into a bridge pose. Nice, strong bridge pose. Keeping those knees parallel. No straining the neck. And release your hips back down to the mat. And we'll flip over and lay down, bringing your elbows under your shoulders. Your hands are flat in front of you in Sphinx pose, not straining your neck. Neck is neutral. Gaze is slightly down, releasing your toes. and allowing yourself to get a nice easy back bend stretch. And we'll flip over back to our mat on the back of our mat, and then bringing your left foot forward, just easy stretch on the left, and then on the right leg, just bringing it forward. And from here, we'll cross our left ankle over our right knee, and then threading your hands through the back of your right leg, clasping there to get a hip stretch on your left side, flexing your feet, breathing. Inhale, and then exhale to release your foot to the floor, and we'll switch sides, crossing your right ankle over your left knee and threading your fingers through the back of your left leg, flexing your feet to protect your knees, and allowing yourself to get a nice deep hip stretch. Inhale and exhale, release to the floor. And from here, we'll come into our final resting pose. Maybe tucking your tail, breathing, allowing yourself to come in this final resting pose. Thank you. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through this guided yoga flow. When you're ready, you can move to your side, resting your head on your hands, and coming up to a seated position. Namaste.